Hey, what's going on, everyone? This is your daily recruiting nugget on BamaInsider.com. My name is Kyle Henderson, along with Andrew Bone. Today, we are talking about Jason Marshall out of Miami. He's a very talented cornerback. Andrew Bone is going to give you the backstory and kind of catch you up on why this particular corner is important for the class of 2021. This is new to BamaInsider.com. We're going to be giving you a daily nugget from Andrew Bone. I know the recruiting nuggets, you crave them. So let's just start out with Jason Marshall and kind of go from there. What's the latest on Jason Marshall and his recruiting, Andrew?
I think the biggest thing with Jason Marshall is, he announced top three earlier this week: Alabama, Clemson, and Florida. It was kind of good timing because we had just put out a story the other day, kind of the state of the recruiting class, and we listed Jason Marshall as one of Alabama's top defensive back targets in this class. And somebody asked, is he really even considering Alabama? How much interest does he even have? And I said, he definitely has a lot of interest. There's definitely a lot of communication going back and forth between him and the coaching staff. He's become really a priority target for the Tide, and then he comes out later on that day and names the top three with Alabama, Clemson, and Florida. Now, all three of those schools obviously have a ton of success in recruiting the state of Florida. I mean, Clemson's had a tremendous amount of success. Alabama's had, and obviously the home state school, Florida, has a lot of success. So I don't think he can really go wrong with any of those choices because all three of those schools continue to produce elite NFL talent, especially in the NFL draft. And we saw AJ Terrell from Clemson go in the first round this year. We saw obviously CJ Henderson from Florida go in the first round. Alabama didn't have a cornerback taken in the first round, but they did have Xavier McKinney taken in the second round. And, Patrick Surtain Jr. Certainly expected to go very high in the NFL draft next year from Alabama. So those are some guys that, I'm sure these coaching staffs are really going to be highlighting and showcasing to him that he can be the next great one there. So we'll kind of see what happens, but I think Alabama's certainly in the mix. They need to get him on campus for a visit, kind of see where things go after that. But he did visit Tuscaloosa last year. He was in Tuscaloosa for a camp. Somebody said he's never even visited, but he has visited. He was in Tuscaloosa last summer for I think it was in June. For Todd's camp. He hasn't been back since, so it's going to be really critical for them to get him back on campus. Maybe this summer, if that's allowed. Hopefully, for recruits throughout the country, they can take college visits once again this summer. We probably won't see a lot of football camps going on, but I think we'll see recruits visiting college campuses.
Bon, when I look at Jason Marshall and I look at Rivals.com, I see that the Rivals forecast is currently set for Florida. Are the Gators going to be, the toughest competition in the end when Alabama tries to land Jason Marshall?
Yeah, probably so. I mean, he's visited there more than the other schools. I know he visited there for Junior Day for the pandemic hit. So that's kind of the freshest visit on his mind, but. Obviously, like I said, Alabama's had a tremendous amount of success recruiting the state of Florida, especially in the Miami area over the last several years. And I think they can do well once again. And he's certainly a key target. You look at Alabama's, depth right now. Patrick Surtain likely going to be gone after next season as a projected first-round draft pick as of right now. Kind of we'll see what happens. Who's going to come in and replace him? Who's going to be on that other side as well? You have Alabama's got a JUCO defensive back coming in. Ronald Williams, definitely a big time player. Will he potentially even have a great season where he wants to go pro early? Those are just some big question marks. There's going to be a lot of needs that need to be met, and I think that targeting a guy like Jason Marshall, a guy that can come in and make an immediate impact. Alabama's certainly going, hard after him. There's some other guys that they're recruiting at defensive back, and guys they have, a great chance to land. But I think they feel very, very good at least getting in that top three. Getting in that top three is very good. Considering all the schools that are recruiting him, that are trying to get him on campus for visits. He's named the top three, and it looks like a final three. So as long as Alabama can get him on campus potentially this summer, I think they've got a good chance with him.
All right, and lastly, Bone, while we have you on the line, talking about just Carl Scott and the job that he's done, I'm sure that he's going to be in the mix recruiting-wise when it comes to Jason Marshall, and he was a Rivals.com top 25 recruiter last season. So kind of talk about what Alabama has in their secondary when it comes to recruiting, because Carl Scott certainly one of the best in the business.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Carl Scott, had a tremendous class last year, and I think this year can do even better, especially in the defensive backfield. Even though he has his particular areas to recruit, he's also going to be in charge of recruiting defensive backs. So, he's going to continue to build those relationships and, really, connect with those guys, especially once they get on campus. He's having FaceTime calls with these guys, these Zoom calls, just like we're doing right now. And I think he's a really big weapon for Alabama in the recruiting game.
Hey, so this is your daily recruiting nugget right here on BamaInsider.com. He's Andrew Bone. I'm Kyle Henderson. Please subscribe right here on YouTube on BamaInsider.com. Think about becoming a loyalty club member on YouTube. And, of course, all the coverage back at BamaInsider.com. We'll catch you soon. Thank you very much for watching. This is your daily recruiting nugget right here on BamaInsider.com.